have some.
All right, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for being part of the Yes Have Some podcast world. And I'm super excited. This trailer just dropped. Netflix is doing their, I thought it was Tudum. It's Tudum. But it's like their big
I thought it was
event.
Tudum.
Tudum. It's the
Like
Tudum
Alan
event.
Tudyk.
It is Alan Tudyk. No, it's Guillermo del Toro and it's Frankenstein. And Jacob, what's your anticipation for this movie before we watch this trailer? Because this one I knew was happening, but this totally took me by surprise that this was dropping today.
I'm super anticipating this movie. I mean, Shape of Water is one of my favorite films of all time. I completely trust Guillermo del Toro and everything he does. He makes really, really amazing, thoughtful, touching films, and him doing like another Shape of Water is not really a Universal monster movie, but it's kind of like his Creature from the Black Lagoon. So doing another one, I'm super excited to see this. It's
the definition of a passion project. Abby, we got quite a cast. We've got Oscar Isaac, Mia Goth, Jacob Elordi from what's that show called? Euphoria.
Yeah.
Now, originally it was going to be Andrew Garfield, though, but he's a good actor, though. Jacob Elordi is good.
I like Elordi,
yeah. You also are a Del Toro fan. I mean, who isn't?
I'm a Del Toro fan, yes. I think Pan's Labyrinth was like a really big movie for me when I saw that in the movie theater. I was like, holy shit, this person knows how to do like fairy tale and horror and beauty like in a really amazing way. And then obviously Shape of Water was also formative for me. I think that's a brilliant like retelling and personal telling of the Little Mermaid story, which I obviously I'm holding Flounder right now. I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Del Toro. I'm a big fan of Mary Shelley too. I read Frankenstein. I read Frankenstein when we were in Martha's Vineyard a couple of years back, and I bought it at a bookstore there. And I remember being really struck with the the way that it comments on humanity as the monster rather than the thing that was created by Frankenstein, and how relatable the monster is in that story. So I think I'm really excited about this trailer. I know Mia Goth, you already said she's in it, and that's kind of like a slam dunk for me. So yeah, let's do it.
I had determined that the memory of my evils should die with me. Some of what I will tell you is fact. Some is not. But it is all true.
Oh yeah.
What manner of creature is that? What manner of devil made him? I did. I had a vision. An idea took shape in my mind. Inevitable. Unavoidable. Until it became truth. In seeking life, I created death.
Oh my god.
Hell yes.
Hold up. Christoph Waltz is in this.
This is an all-star cast. I am so excited for this.
Oh, I've got so many questions too. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, this is the best time period for movies to take place in. Like any like Nosferatu level, like when you've got everybody in the theater in the round, like, and you've got the professor in the middle talking about the bad thing that he did that he really shouldn't have been fucking with. Yeah, that was awesome. Jacob, I'll go to your thoughts real quick though. Before we do, I did want to read the official premise. So we're kind of, that might color some
Just
of
in case somebody doesn't know anything about Frankenstein.
Well, listen, it's a set in Eastern Europe, 19th century. Dr. Pretorius, played by Christoph Waltz, has to track down Frankenstein's monster, believed to have died in a fire 40 years before, to continue the experiments of Dr. Victor Frankenstein. So it's almost like a sequel.
Oh, it's sequel territory.
And I don't know how much of like that world they got into. Like what they just showed us could have just been
all
like,
of. But yeah, I guess it could be the beginning of the. That would be so strange if
Right.
like the story, the original story of Frankenstein is like the beginning, and then they move past that, because there's a lot of imagery happening there, and a lot of stuff from the book, like the stuff in the mountains in the snow and cold. Like that's kind of an aspect of Frankenstein that they don't put that part in the movies a lot of the times, you know?
Right.
So.
No, and Jacob, that's the part that I connected to, where Frankenstein himself is observing humanity and how like a father and daughter like care for each other in the cold, and like what humanity is and how curious and gentle he is on the inside. So yeah, I'm interested to see that if this is like, picking up from a story that we all know and that we've seen before, and if it's going to go into a completely different Guillermo del Toro type direction. But yeah, I think it looks really stunning visually. Saw some really scary looking stuff, and then some badass fighting at the end, which I loved.
Yeah, and obviously because this is not a Universal production, we're not going to be seeing like the classic take on Frankenstein, and we did not get the reveal of like the monster design there, which I'm kind of happy about, because like you don't want to show that off. I kind of, they probably won't, but I hope they save that for the actual movie. But yeah, Jacob, I'm interested in some more of your thoughts. It definitely is visually stunning. There's no doubt in my mind that this is going to be like it feels like it could be like a special movie, but
yeah, it looks classically Frankenstein. Like it looks like a Frankenstein film. I was watching over the weekend. I watched Monster Squad. I don't know if the two of you have ever seen Monster Squad.
Oh yeah,
great movie. And found myself just being like, I wish they made more movies like this. I wish there were more. I wish we were utilizing the Universal monsters more. And I say that even though like Epic Universe just opened, where there's a whole section dedicated to Universal monsters. But these kind of movies, like the original Universal monster films, are, to me, I feel like they seem pretty like important to just movie going in the horror genre in general, and literature, and the fact that we got like a really great Nosferatu this year. Frankenstein is coming, and that trailer like visually looked amazing. It looks awesome. There's all kinds of weird shit going on.
Yeah, there is.
And I knew it would be. Whenever we're sitting down to watch Jurassic World Part 7 trailer, we're like, I'm nervous about it. I'm like, oh boy.
Right.
I'm not nervous about seeing a trailer for the new Guillermo del Toro movie, because I know it's gonna be awesome. So I'm excited, man. Like hearing the monster point and go, Victor, like that's amazing. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah. It's definitely a passion project too. Like he's wanted to make this movie for a long time. And it was funny. I did catch a glimpse of Guillermo del Toro on stage at the Netflix event before we started this, but I didn't watch the trailer. And he was saying how even in Pinocchio, there's like shades of Frankenstein in that movie. So, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, there's a man creating another human thing, or the thing that becomes human. So
right.
That's true. That is true.
Guillermo del Toro, like kind of famously for years, really, really wanted to make a film adaptation of It, the Mountains of Madness, and that story is insane, and it's one of the coolest things I've ever read, and I've always wished somebody would make a film adaptation of it. Maybe this will do really well. Maybe Netflix will be like, "Hey, make whatever you want, dude," and maybe we'll get that.
H.P. Lovecraft, Mountains of Madness. That's a good story.
Yeah.
I hope it gets some sort of theatrical release, because this is definitely something I'd like to see in a theater. But good on Netflix. I'm sure Netflix gave him a bunch of money and like creative control. This is a good quote from Guillermo del Toro. He says, Frankenstein to me is the pinnacle of everything, and part of me wants to do a version of it. Part of me, for more than 25 years, chickened out making it. I dream I can make the greatest Frankenstein ever, but then if you make it, you've made it. Whether it's great or not, it's done.
Hey,
so, yeah,
so
that's
in
awesome.
that trailer, there was a scene where there was a woman in like a weird looking coffin thing.
Yeah.
Couple of questions.
Mhm.
Was that Mia Goth?
Yeah.
Is she dead?
Mhm.
I don't know if it's
Is Mia Goth going to be the bride of Frankenstein in this movie?
Well,
Oh. Okay.
yeah, I don't know if I'm looking at it now. It could be her. I can't really tell. I do know Mia Goth plays Victor's fiance in this movie.
Okay.
So, and he did say there would be elements of Bride of Frankenstein that he's bringing into this.
Well, that's
yeah.
what I mean. Like if it's not like strictly just a straight up adaptation of the book, which I'm guessing it's not.
No.
Then
Yeah,
then I
maybe his
want then that's what I
interpretation.
wonder. Like if it's
Like-
gonna go ahead.
I was just thinking maybe like if she would fall for Frankenstein's monster as well, like be almost like a love
Mm.
triangle situation. That's what I was
Well,
thinking.
I don't know if you remember, but the bride didn't really. She
Fare
didn't
so
fuck
well.
around with Frankenstein very much. She looked at him and said she screamed, and that's why he burned the place down.
Right,
right. Abby, I think that we're putting the pieces together. This is Guillermo del Toro's version of Hook. This is the sequel to Frankenstein we've always dreamed about. Yeah, I don't know. It looks really good. I'm actually more excited about it than I thought. Abby, final thoughts? I'm sure we'll watch the trailer a bunch. This was our first time watching it. Any other musings?
Just looking forward to watching it again and having it come out. I love to theorize stuff, but I think that Guillermo del Toro is a masterful storyteller in that he'll take an interpretation and a take on this that I'm looking forward to seeing. I love all the players. I love Oscar Isaacs. His facial expressions and his eyes in general just convey so much. So really looking forward to seeing it.
That frozen horse was really scary. Then that whole fire statue thing. Charles Dance is also in this movie. Tywin Lannister. So just like powerful cast here. Yeah. This is awesome. Jacob, any final thoughts?
No, I'm just just echoing what Abby said. I'm really excited to see it. Everybody looks great. It looks fun. I agree with you. I want to see this in a theater. I don't think that's going to happen. I think with Netflix originals, it's just going to be on Netflix one day. But, I'm excited.
Is Jacob Elordi playing Frankenstein?
He's the monster.
He is the monster.
Yeah.
That's cool. Sorry. I just put that together now.
Yeah.
That I like. Okay.
Well, that's interesting too because he's a very good looking guy. That's why they do that, right? Like you're gonna play a monster now.
Well, I mean, you got to think like you said Andrew Garfield was supposed to play the. I mean, if you think about Andrew Garfield's features and Jacob Elordi's features, they're pretty similar. They got the same kind of frame, I think. Yep. So so Guillermo knew what he was like looking for, I think.
Yeah, I actually think I was the third on the list. If Jacob turned it down.
Okay.
Jacob Walsh, not Jacob Elordi. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to this trailer reaction. Stay tuned for more to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. And thank you to all of our patrons for being part of what we do and for helping.
Are they scrolling right here?
They're about to right now.